If you like stitching for coverage, hit me up and we'll chat. See, I've lost all my marbles, and I keep starting BAPs. Send help. Hello, Flosstube. Back for number 2. First off, I want to say, oh my gosh, thank you guys so much. Obligatory Flosstube number 2 mushiness warning. You know, typical. You put yourself out there and you don't know what to expect. And I gotta say, I am just floored with how many of you have commented and liked and reached out to me. I truly appreciate it. And I love talking to every single last one of you. Everybody, please feel free. I'm here. It's so much fun to be a part of this community and to talk about our passions with each other because, you know, why not? It's super fun. So anyway, happy Mario Day, everybody. March 10th, huzzah, huzzah. Today's my actually 16th wedding anniversary. Yeah, I still kind of like him. It's cool. Just kidding, dear. Anyway, I got quite a bit done since last time. Started some new stuff. Gonna start some more stuff. It's okay. It's gonna be fun. So let's see. The first thing that I worked on was Magical Rats by Sarah Richter. Do the thing where I'll show you the where it was last time, because I was kind of good with some of these and took before pictures, and the other ones I'm just going to cannibalize from the last video. I'm new at this, it's fine. All right, so this is where I'm at now. So I worked up a little bit. We're starting to get this tail has been so fun to stitch. And it's just all the colors and it's super fun. It's great. My daughter's like, I want the tail done. I'm like, you got it, girlfriend. I got you. All right, so I got some numbers. Now I did not write down where it was beforehand. So as of now, this project has 4,719 stitches in it. She is 5.78% done. So cool. Next, I worked on my frogs. Now, this this is what a full spool of anchor floss looks like. This is 10,564 stitches. So one spool of anchor floss will get you about 10,564 stitches. The more you know. So here's what the frog's big pattern looks like. And then put in a picture of where it was last time. I put in about 3,500 stitches on this since the last time you saw it. Got down to this bottom frog's foot. I got the third guy coming in clutch there. A little more up in here. This guy up there. I'm still loving this in all black, so I'm just gonna keep continuing in all black in this and see what it looks like, and then see if we're gonna go in the color or not. Who knows? To be determined. So let's see, next one, Kieran and Mechanico, right here. This one is artist Jasmine Beckett Griffith, charted by Hayde. So what it looked like before, I didn't get too much done on this one because I got distracted, but I wanted to stitch green. I was watching I think her name was Lori, Cross Stitch Cats in Chaos. go check her out. She is a doll and she is hilarious and I love her. It was funny because when I was watching her channel, she was going on about how much she hates 18 count Ada and stitching in green, and like this whole February, I'm like, I want to stitch green. I want to stitch all the green. So this is what I did here. It's about 500 stitches in green. Not much, but I got to stitch green, so it's all good. All right, next project. Oh, I'm gonna go into this one. So the first project I worked on after my last video was on February 14th. I started my very first fancy lady. Ah, no way. So I am doing Sea Witch by Nora Corbett. So this is a new start. And this is on, I love the name of this fabric. It's and it's an XG design, and it's called Grandpa's Sleeve. And it's just like, it's, I don't know if you can really tell. Yeah, it's like yellow dingy with these like moldy spots. I'm like, it's disgusting, but it's like so lovely on this piece. I love this. I'm loving her so much. She's so much fun. And this is stitching up quite quickly. She's obviously paper pattern, so no clue. No clue at all how many stitches is in that one. But here's a picture of her when she's gonna be finished. She's lovely. This will be my first time beading too. So, and then I had got in a lovely conversation with Jen from Wolf Down the Rabbit Hole. Hey girl, hey. And we were talking about stitching and how there's never enough time for anything. And we got to talking about, you know, when you start a project, you're like, this isn't gonna take me long. This isn't gonna take me long. And so she stitched that. She charted it and sent me the pattern, and I stitched it. Isn't it cute? So I did this, obviously in black. Not sure what this fabric is. I think it looks like an 18 count random. I just got it in a box when I ordered some other fabric. I think it was just like extra. Here you go. Have it. This won't take long, said every stitcher ever. And funny story, when she sent me this chart, I'm like, oh yeah, I'll bang that out in a night. No. Nope. This was a 2-nighter for me. I love a good irony. It's so funny. All right, so those were some of the things that I got distracted by. And then I started this piece because dinosaurs. This is called Dinosaur Museum, charted by Hayde, and I will write in who the designer is because I'm blanking big time. All right, and I got a start on this guy of 2,596 stitches, which, oh my goodness. Here we go. Dinosaurs. So this is like the back of that giant Brachiosaurus and his neck coming up here. This is center start, 18 count, of course. And this was such fun to stitch. When you look at the chart, you don't, at least I wasn't like, oh, this is super bright colors. No, it looks dull, it looks dingy, which is fine. And then when it's calling for these super bright colors, I was pleasantly surprised. Like, this was fun. This is fun. This is a joy. So this one is 0.93% done. Yeah. So good. 0.93. I love it. Okay, and then I got to chatting with Mini Game Stitcher. Go check out her channel. She does really cool projects, and she is just a peach. I love her so much. She's so fun. And we decided to do a start along. Yay. Always down to start a project, always. So we landed on Mini Match Girl by Jasmine Beckett Griffith, the mini version, charted by Hade. And I love this one. When I first saw it, and when I'm stitching it, really the only thing going through my brain is that song by Blue Oyster Cult, "Burning for You." Have you heard it? Go check it out if you haven't. So, funny Blue Oyster Cult story. When I was a teenager, back in the day, I was at the Kmart, because that's where you go when you're a teenager and there's nothing else to do in a small town. And scrolling through the CD racks, dating myself a little bit here, and I saw this CD. It was white, with like a blue little symbol on it. You know the one. And it was like a best of Blue Oyster Cult album. And I'm like, I should buy this. It just looks so cool. Granted, there was nothing on the CD that would make it look cool, but whatever. So I didn't get it. I went home and I was talking to my parents that night. You know, typical dinner time. What'd you do? Blah, blah, blah. So I told them about this super cool album I saw at the store. Looks super nice. And I think I'm going to get it. And I told them the band name, and my dad just looks at me and starts laughing. And he goes into the living room, because he had this huge album collection. And he pulls out the Blue Oyster Cult album and sticks it on, and he's like, there you go. I don't know if he remembers that story, but, and like from those first chords of the song, I was just hooked. Love Blue Oyster Cult. Actually saw them in concert about 6 years ago down in Madeira Beach. They still rock. They're fantastic. So anyway, side story out of the way. Here we go. This is Mini Match Girl, and I have her at 4,769 stitches, 5.64% complete. Cool. So I've got the flame starting to block in here. Now, when I was working on her face, she looks like Cindy Lou Who to me, and it just cracks me up every time I look at it. With her, it looks like she has this teeny tiny face and a big old eyeball. It just cracks me up. But I'm loving this one. The colors are fantastic. So she's gonna be a doll. I love it. And it reminds me of my dad when I stitch it too, because I'm singing Blue Oyster Cult and laughing about all of that. So, and I think, well, that's about everything I've done. Feels like it's not a whole lot, but actually there has been a whole lot of stitches done. So, I do have, let's see, I've talked about a few people that I've had the pleasure of meeting and becoming better acquainted with. Also, go check out Jessica Stitching and Mo. She does a lot of full coverage. Jeep Girl Stitches, lots of full coverage. Love watching those channels. Tanya at Stitching Addicted, such a sweetheart. Oh my goodness. Go check her out because she is so sweet and she has really cool projects. Ms. Denise at Black Ribbon Studio, fantastic. She cracks me up and she is just so much fun. I love it. Like everybody, I don't even have enough time to go through everybody that I've had wonderful encounters with and just all the channels that I watch. So I guess I'm gonna have to keep doing these so I can keep talking about my peeps. So anyway, I did buy something. I don't buy things often, but I was on the Book of Faces, scrolly like I do, and I'm in the like D-stash groups. Don't normally Nothing usually grabs my eye. However, this one thing did, and I had to have it immediately because my inner child was going bonkers. Guys, it's Looney Tunes. It's you know you're a 90s kid when. Oh my gosh, Looney Tunes. This is fantastic. Taz was my absolute favorite. And Marvin the Martian. Those are my two. Who's your favorite Looney Tunes? Drop it. I want to know. Let's talk Looney Tunes because this is fantastic. So I am so excited to stitch Tasmanian Devil and Marvin the Martian because those guys are the best. Yeah, so I was very happy with my purchase. And it came quickly and I got a steal on it. And the last thing I've got here, I was watching Mini Game Stitchers and channel, and she had like this whole bag of floss papers. And she's like, I don't know if anybody else keeps these. Yes, girl. I keep my two. This is one of those like shadow boxes that you put like wine corks in, and I have like stuffed it to the gills. I think it says relax and enjoy, but stuffed it to the gills with screenshot. Stuffed it to the gills with my floss papers. Bah! Love it. So I just thought I would show that because it's like, you're not alone. I have them too. So, what do we talk about now? Plans? That's so funny. Plans. I have stuff that I want to start. So I saw that Suki the Brown-Eyed Stitcher was starting this pattern. I think it's called Home in the Mountains or something. I don't picture. And it's supposed to be like Rivendell or something from Lord of the Rings. But when my brain saw it, I was like, Skyrim. That's immediately where my brain went because Skyrim is everything. And I want to do that just because it looks like Skyrim. And then I got to looking at the size of it and I'm like, oof. And the confetti in, and then I'm like, oof, oof, double oof. So that's rumbling around in here as a maybe. Also, the other pattern that I was talking about starting was Mini Cletus, but we decided to go to Mini Matchstick Girl instead. So Cletus may be happening anyhow. I don't know. I have so many patterns that I'm like, I want to do everything right now. Start all the things, everything. So I don't know, maybe I'll do a pattern photo dump or something on over on my Instagram and see what people like, and maybe I'll start it. Hard to say. I got a stash of empty fabric. Just call my name. I need to put a new order in for my girl Rita Reen on Facebook. Holla. She always sends me big old boxes of fabric. It makes my heart just sing. I love it. But anyway, I guess that's it for me. I must talk super fast because I'm like, got right through this. So anyway, thank you all for hanging out with me. Super appreciate every single one of you. Yes, you, even you that are looking at me like, I know she's not talking to me. Yeah, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. Thank you all so much. I super appreciate every single one of you. And I hope to see you again soon. Happy stitching, y'all. Deuces.